Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Saddle Up Shooting. I'm Dave Strohmeyer, your host. I hope I have a good one for you. In my previous years, way back past, I had the privilege of playing football and doing some coaching and doing some officiating over quite a few number of years. And when the coaches got together to evaluate talent in the locker room, there was a saying that went around the room that you can't put in what God left out in terms of speed, in terms of ability, in terms of size. Well, that's not the case with reloading. So the target's set up at 100 yards. Let's go over this rifle, the ammunition that I'll be using, and find out if we can put in what God left out. Be back in a minute. Well, I'm going to be talking to you just like I'd be talking to a friend. There's a lot of people out there that can't stand the Creedmoor. Personally, I don't understand that. The Creedmoor has limitations, as all rifle cartridges do. They have pluses and minuses, different bullets, bullet weights, powder capacity, speed, energy on target, BC of the bullets. Everything needs to be evaluated by you individually. And I've evaluated the 6.5 Creedmoor up and down and sideways everywhere I could, and I've come to find out it's a darn fine firearm, darn fine cartridge. And today I'm going to be proving a point by what happens if you go down in weight, increase the speed, and what type of impact it will have for accuracy, and according to the charts, what it has for killing power on your animal out to specific distances. Well, the first one up is a 120 grain ELDM. Now this is a fantastic little bullet, but it's not made for hunting. It's a match bullet. But because I can increase the speed, I should be able to increase its accuracy a little bit out to a specific distance because of the high BC of the bullet and the way that it's constructed. So I've got 3 loaded up. Let me go turn on the camera down there. Target set up at 100 yards. Let's start the evaluation. Okay, on the bench here, I have a fine rifle made by a fine company, Christensen Arms. This is their MPR, which stands for Match Precision Rifle. So it's kind of a hybrid. It can be used for competition and it can be used for hunting. Because of all the carbon fiber on it, carbon fiber wrapped barrel, handguard, cheek piece, it's pretty lightweight. As it's set up with the scope and everything, it's right at 10.5 pounds. It's got a 24-inch barrel. It's got their muzzle brake on it. Everything is pretty much stock as you would get it from the factory except for the scope. Okay, so oh, by the way, it does have a folding stock, so it's collapsible for all you backcountry boys. Alright, so the Athlon Rangecraft is on. Target's at 100 yards, 120 grain ELDM. Let's see how she shoots. Now, I haven't shot this rifle in quite a while. Not making excuses, but I haven't shot this rifle in quite a while. So, trigger pull, fundamentals, all of that kind of stuff need to be taken into account. Alright, target on the left, 3 shots. .30-54 with that 120 grain. Who says you can't put in what God left out? Alright, next shot. That was about what? Half-inch high. Hey, that one went an inch high. 30-44. Don't worry, I'll pick up that brass. That stuff's like gold. Okay, 3042. So that's pretty doggone good here. Let's go ahead and give you the particulars because I can now. All right, if I can read that stuff. SD, 5.1 average speed, 3074. How about that, folks? All right. The next bullet up is 120 grain Sierra Pro Hunter. Now, this is a hunting bullet, but it's the way the bullet is constructed for terminal results on the animal. It's really designed to go further out. So you don't necessarily want to be shooting at short distance for this because it is a cuff and core bullet. It is not bonded. So as the bullet slows down, say between 200 to 500 yards, this bullet will operate almost perfectly. To separate the Pro Hunter from the Game King, the Game King is a boat tail, the Pro Hunter is a flat base. The Pro Hunter also has a thicker jacket, so that kind of holds the bullet together a little bit better. So let's go ahead and give these three a shot. I already got them loaded already. Alright, chronograph is on for a new session. It'll be the same target I just shot, so let's see where the shot placement is different. Alright, I don't see where that one went. 3052. Okay, I do see that one. Alright, that one was 2993, so that slowed down 50 feet per second. Don't know why. Alright, this next bullet up is my favorite. This is the Spear Gold Dot. Now the Gold Dot line is a bonded bullet that is molecularly, the lead core is molecularly connected to the outside of the bullet so it does not come apart. Now this bullet allows you to go down in size from the traditional 140 of the 6.5 Creedmoor down to this 120, and the bullet will operate exactly the same way. The only difference is because you drop down that 20 grains of bullet weight, you're going to gain about 300 feet per second. So that's going to give you identical energy on target and extend your distance. So this bullet can be shot from 50 yards on out because it is a bonded bullet. Alright, so that last group was pretty doggone good, about 1/4 of an inch. Quite a bit different than the 120s of the ELDMs. So let's go ahead and shoot the same target. I got it marked down there. Got the chronograph reset. Again, I don't see where that went because they seem to be clustering right together pretty good. Alright, that was 2972 on that one. I don't have these loaded quite as hot as the others. Okay, I hope you can see that on the close-up of the camera. 2983, because they look like they're all pretty much right all together, which is good because that's what I want. Imagine having different loads and different powder charges, different bullet weights, or not bullet weights, but different bullet types, and they all shoot in the same neighborhood. That's a good thing. Another plus for the 6.5 Creedmoor. Oh well, that was $29.91. So let's check this type of situation. Standard deviation of 2.2 with an average of 29.83. 2.2. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll go mark that target, but then just to revalidate, without much talking, I'm going to shoot the same 3, 3, and 3 on the other target to see if they're the same. And we'll evaluate that at the end. All right, be right back. That one was a little stiff. Everything looks fine. Sorry about that. Could have been me. Oh, I gotta check these loads. Okay. Little bit of bolt lift there. But the primer looks fine. Alright, that got down to about 3/4 of an inch. But about the same height, and that one did not have the bolt lift. Check these primers. A little bit of an ejection mark there. A little bit of sootiness. But the primer's not flat. Alright, reset up. Oh, yeah, that was pretty consistent. Okay, now the 120 grain Sierra Pro Hunter. Let's see the consistency here. Same target. I got that other one marked. Alright, I'll go mark that one. Now, just so you know, this carbon fiber wrap barrel not only contributes to lighter weight, but it's supposed to also help the barrel be cooler. So the time between shots that you're not seeing on here is probably less than a minute. Right. Let's check this one out now. All right, well, That'll end this video, folks. I think you saw the two targets side by side. Shot placement was not that different. Group size was probably a little bit different, but not much. I did notice that when I checked that target, I was about maybe a ½ inch lower. I think that probably has to do with the heat of the barrel, where it speeds up a little bit. All right, well, folks, that'll end this one. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment if you will, and even share the video. But no matter what, as always, sincerely, may God bless you all. See you again next time. Goodbye.